the most unhinged way to buy a house in your 20s. This isn't for the faint-hearted, but if you want to buy quickly, keep watching this video. So I bought my house at 21 years old and I started saving at around 17 years old. And I did this by doing some things that are probably not advised. This is not financial advice. This is not advice at all. This is what I did. If you want to follow my steps, it's down to you, but this is the quickest way to do it for me. Step 1, earn more money. I know this sounds simple. Trust me, stay with me for this one. In your 20s, you'll have the most energy you'll ever have. I used to be able to go out 2 days in a row and then work the next day a 12-hour shift because I had so much energy. As a 30-year-old now, I would never be able to do this. So take advantage of your 20s. Make sure you're doing everything you can if that is your goal to get a house, to be earning more money. So you could do overtime. Everyone who has a job, you can ask for more hours. You could do overtime to earn more money. That's the simplest step. The next step, if you're not able to do overtime, you can do side hustles. There's so many side hustles out there, from Deliveroo, Uber Eats, which you can earn a decent amount of regular income, to more sporadic things like secret shopping, market research. You can even learn skills like short form editing, thumbnail design, clipping. There's so many things out there to earn extra income. So in your 20s, you need to be making the most of your time to earn more money so you're able to get a deposit and to earn more money to get a house. And the next way is by not saving but investing. So this is what I did. Instead of saving my money in a low interest or even a high interest savings account, I used my money to invest into my business. I flipped that and I was able to get my deposit quicker. And there's many ways to invest, but let's just say the stock market. If you was invested into ETFs or individual stocks, most people will see a return on their investment after 5 years. So one of the most popular ways to invest is in an index fund like the S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies in America. Have the scenario here, say you got a lump sum, maybe your parents gave you a lump sum, you worked loads of overtime over a couple of months and you wanted to invest this now instead of putting it into a savings account so you can buy your house quicker. So in December 2020, and you kept it in for 5 years till December 2025, your initial £10,000 investment would have grew to 14,900, and if you was doing it with dividends reinvested, it would have grew to 16,000. So £6,000 difference. So the next step is to save, and I know I just contradicted myself, but this is not the normal way of saving. So most people would think they put their money in a savings account and then they buy the house, but this savings account is called a lifetime ISA, and I actually didn't use this myself. I wish I did, but it was too late for me. I didn't hear about it till when I was close to buying my house. So a lifetime ISA, you can actually put up to £4,000 a year and you'll get a 25% bonus. So if you put the £4,000 in, you'll get a £1,000 bonus. So let's say from the ages of 20 to 25, you maxed out your LISA, put in £4,000 in each year. You would have put in £20,000 yourself and you would get £5,000 from the government, totaling £25,000. And this lifetime ISA, you can use it towards the purchase of your first home. So essentially the government are going to give you £5,000 if you're saving over 5 years towards your first house. And the last and maybe the most important step is to not get a car. If you want to buy your house as fast as possible, do not get a car if you don't need one. If you need a car to get to work, fair enough. But especially if you're living in a major city like London, Birmingham, Manchester, and you think, okay, I need a car to get to work, but it's because you're too lazy to wake up an extra 20 minutes earlier when you can get a bus, you can get a train, and you can save so much money that is going to stop you from buying a house. Speaking from experience, speaking from my friendship group, all the people who got a car earlier found it the hardest to save. And let's be real, most boys are getting a car at that early age to impress girls, but I'm telling you again from experience, if you get a house in your early 20s, you're going to get much more girls than having a car. Let's think about all the costs into getting a car. Most people don't buy their car outright, they get finance. It could be £300-400 a month. You got insurance, which is £2,000 plus a year, especially in London. You're looking at extortionate insurance fees, you're looking at petrol, you're looking at paying for parking, you're looking at maintenance. You could be spending 10 grand a year on running that car, and that is £10,000 that is not going into saving for a house. So this is my most unhinged way of getting a house in your 20s. You don't have to follow all these steps, you don't have to follow any of these steps. This is just my personal experience, how I was able to get my house from starting at 17 and buying at 21. Follow me for more. I'm broke, baby.